Hey guys, it's Brandon Lee. I am the owner and director of DocBLL.com, and today I'm going to answer a question that we get all the time, or more of an inquiry that we get in the clinic is no effort natural weight loss. It's around that. People say, well, you can't say no effort natural weight loss because there's always effort when it comes to weight loss. And not really. That's why we say it. It's not a gimmick. It's not something that we're trying to pull the wool over anybody's eyes or get somebody in. It really is no effort natural weight loss. And I'm going to explain as simple as that is, as that concept sounds, as simple as that rolls off the tongue, why we use it, no effort natural weight loss. But when we say no effort, usually people, like I said, equivocate weight loss with a ton of effort. You're going to spend a lot of time at the gym. That's not something we require. So they're going to be no endless hours at the gym. And there's a couple reasons for that. One, it's really not necessary, It's something, it's kind of an old way of thinking, or it really comes down to preferentially. If you want to spend a lot of time at the gym, you can, but it's not necessary. A lot of people can't spend a lot of time at the gym. A lot of people have physical limitations that keep them from getting to the gym on a regular basis, or keep them from being able to spend a lot of time at the gym. Now, I'm not saying you don't have to exercise. I'm just saying you don't need to spend endless hours at the gym. There's not going to be an inordinate amount of time spent working out when we do our programs, okay? Another thing that people equivocate or include in weight loss is tough math, weighing foods, calorie counting, stuff like that. We don't do any of that. So when it comes to no effort, there will also be no calorie counting. And that is also strategic. That's not something that we threw in there just to be lazy. You don't need the calorie count. If you're eating the right foods in the right proportions, then there's no need to count calories. Another thing is that when you have a requirement like counting calories, you're not going to stick with it over time. You're just not going to do it. Every study in the book shows it, but not only studies, but you just know when you look inside. Are you going to count every calorie for the rest of your life in order to stay healthy? Of course you're not. So we're not going to put you on a program that sets you up to fail by making you count calories. Okay? And probably the most famous thing that people think when they think about weight loss is starvation. I'm going to be hungry and it's going to be so hard because I'm going to be so hungry. We don't do that either. There's no starvation. Okay? That is setting yourself up for failure. Starvation is setting yourself up for failure. Who wants to starve? It's the most uncomfortable thing in the world. You are genetically predispositioned to solve the problem of starving when you start to be hungry. So there's no winning with that, and we want everybody to win. So there's going to be no starvation. And just like with calorie counting, if you are eating the right foods in the right proportions, then it's not something you're going to have to worry about. You're not going to be hungry. Most of the time, people actually have trouble eating all the food that we recommend, and they're full all the time. But that's a good thing because you get your metabolism going. That's something for another conversation. We're going to move on, okay? So now we'll go to the natural weight loss part of things. What do we mean when we say natural weight loss? Does it just sound good? Are we just putting something out on the internet because it sounds cool? It's something that people are using at the moment? No, we mean it 100%. So there's a lot of programs out there that have you doing hormones, HCG and other hormones to try and get you to lose weight. We're not injecting anything here. It's natural. We're not playing with your body's chemistry by putting chemicals or anything that is naturally occurring in your body, but you're just not producing it. We're not putting it in there for you. There are hormone changes that come when we do these things, but that's as a result of getting healthier through the process of getting healthier. Your body becomes more balanced as you start to do the things and eat the right foods and do the right habits that balance out your hormones in the first place. So we don't do any hormones, okay? We also don't do any injections of any kind. Most of the time, these injections that you're being sold on are a little more effective than placebo. Basically not really effective at all. It could be you, it could be the injections a little bit. They're a crutch. what we find is that most of the time people are looking for something to blame in case they're not successful and say, oh, the injections didn't work. So we don't do injections, whether they are amino injections, vitamin injections. You're not going to need any of those things. We're not looking to anything that you can get in those types of injections with aminos and vitamins and things like that. You're going to get out of your food. So there's no need to inject it in your body. We're not doing any mesotherapy. We're not doing any of those things. It's all natural. Okay? Now, the last thing is no surgeries. We are not going to recommend you do any types of surgeries. Sometimes people need them, but it's a very, 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 very small percentage of people that actually need surgeries to lose weight. Gastric bypass and gastric sleeve, liposuction, and things like that. We don't want you to think that there's something wrong with you, because in most cases there's not something wrong with you. You just haven't tried a weight loss program or a weight loss regimen that took care of the whole aspect, all three things that we like to talk about here at DocBLWell.com. You know, you haven't had a holistic program that really put the right tools in your hand and gave you the motivation that you need to make the changes that last for a long term. So we don't like to push things like that. We don't want you to have a crutch. We want all the responsibility to be on you. That way, when you are successful, all of the accolades go to you. All the success is due to you. And that is the one thing that keeps you going for years and years and years and years and years. And your life has changed. And that's our goal. Weight loss is a secondary effect of a positive lifestyle change. So that's what we want to do. Anyway, to get back to the original point, when we say no effort, natural weight loss, it's not just something that we put on the internet to get people in because it sounds cool. We mean it, and this is how we get it done. All right, so if you have any questions, send us an email, hit us up on Facebook, hit us up on Instagram, and we'll be happy to respond. Until then, we'll see you next time. Thanks.